So I believe that there will be a rebuild at Real Madrid because I think after watching that game, it gives you an idea, an identity that they must and they need to start rebuilding that team because that team does not look like they understand how to work with each other. But the question is that how are they going to do the rebuild? Because some of the players that needs to be moved are the players that they, put their all in the team. They're the superstars of the team. So many questions that needs to be asked. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to Connect. Let's talk about Barcelona 3, Real Madrid 1. Copa del Rey final. Barcelona takes another cup in the hands of Real Madrid. Why are Real Madrid going to win at the end of the season? I don't know. So remember, this game was an intense one. And building up into this game, remembering that the referee was attacked by Real Madrid going into the game over the offenses of whatever that he had said or he has done in the past. They made a video overview of exactly what this referee might have done and stuff like that. So we knew that this game was going to be so intense in terms of everything that the game was going to be for and whatever it was going to stand for. And intense it was. It was really an intense game. It was demanding. I think so many decisions that he gave in the favor of Real Madrid, especially in the first half, in which they should have been punished. You would understand that it was playing in his hand. But one thing I was really happy with, he came down and he got into the game. And I think whether they like it or not, whether they're gonna complain about it or not, all the Real Madrid supporters leaving the game, they're gonna leave the game knowing that referees did not do anything to ruin this game. We messed up ourselves. The guy actually took a penalty away from Barcelona to keep this game. So referee did not ruin this game. The better team won on the night. And it's something that has been happening recently, especially under the new manager of Barcelona. He has been having the time of his life in beating Real Madrid every single time. Carlo Ancelotti, of course, out is already trending again. Barcelona fans want him out. Real Madrid fans want him out, and they're already talking about him going to Brazil. They're talking about them talking with Xavi Alonso, building up a new team and everything that they're already dreaming and wishing for. It's a crazy time, people, to be a Real Madrid fan because they've never seen this low. They're really low at the moment, and I think they're going to continue going low unless things do change, and I wonder what's going to happen. But in all of these things, there are players that I need to take out of the game for Real Madrid that really impressed me today. I have to talk about Jude Bellingham because so many times we make jokes about this guy, talking about how much he doesn't really offer. But in games like today, you have to look at him and say that he was the only light that Real Madrid had in that team. The way they were playing with the ball, movement of the ball, winning tackles, helping to progress the ball, moving with the ball, making sure that he won his ground jewels sometimes and his aerial jewels, helping, coming defensively, trying to build up in attack, even though the strike force were not finishing the chances. He was literally running this game. He, I think, of all the Real Madrid players, is the only one I can say was the best performing player for Real Madrid in that game. And the other one that I have to say is Tchouameni because he played like a defensive midfielder. I've never seen him playing like this. I've always asked the question, what's wrong with him? He doesn't really perform to the level that I expect him. But I felt like today he played like a DM. He was there defending everything, fighting for everything. The guy got a yellow card, yet he was able to play the whole entire game calm-minded. Of course, maybe it would have been helped by the ref because the ref was letting some fouls goals, but calm-minded, he continued playing this game like nothing was wrong, and somehow this will be remembered as one of his best and amazing games that we've ever seen him in a Real Madrid jersey, especially swimming. It will be remembered that way. And on the other side, looking at Barcelona, we need to talk about Pedri. That first goal, people. People are gonna talk about that one. That was a masterclass. That was a good shot. He played so well, though. I played well. Of course, Frankie Dion being the facilitator, being the guy who does the all-round movement, touches, one touch pass, release, moving with the ball. It helped the team to show what they're capable of doing. I think, if we're being honest, I can all admit and say that really, Barcelona really enjoyed this game in terms of how it was allowed. I felt like decision making at the end, especially in the second half, was lacking. And I have to say, players like Dani Olmo, decisions in the final finishes, decision making was lacking at times because for example, there was an opportunity in which they were only marked by two Real Madrid defenders, and on the left side he had what's his name? The Brazilian, I forgot his name, Rafinha, and on the other side, Lamine Yamal was there. It was going to be an easy one if he passed it to Lamine Yamal because there was so much space, and you could have taken advantage of the space and maybe created something. The guy passes to Rafinha at the back. Rafinha shoots. It's a chance wasted. He did it twice. And I just felt like if that was a different player, because when they put when they put Fermin in the game, we saw somebody was able to do a better decision in building that thing, and the game actually started flowing better. Those are the small decisions, the small situations that we can look back in this game and say maybe that's what costed Barcelona to go to extra time, because they should have gotten this game finished in the 90 minutes. They should have scored so many chances, especially in the second half, because second half, Real Madrid actually wanted to attack. They wanted to do so, and they did so. Kylian Mbappe scored an amazing free kick. I was disappointed more with the Barcelona goalkeeper, but it was an amazing free kick. Then we saw another amazing time for two men scoring to even just show that my praise for how he performed today was justified with an amazing goal. Then Barcelona, of course, the one who was playing at the top. I think it's Femin. What's his name? Before I say something that I'll laugh at the end of the day. What's his name? Ferran Torres scored the second goal. Then Julian Conde scored the last goal to win it in the extra time. I was actually thinking this was going to go to penalties, but somehow the game finished in the 90 minutes. Again, Barcelona show what they're capable of doing. Lamine Yamal, really, really, really did so well. A lot of things that were missing. I was not really impressed with him. That is where I'm always in these moments. But he was still good. He was a threat. Real Madrid did not know how to deal with him. And that was, I think, sometimes what's important in football. Sometimes if you're not gonna score something or do something in the game, make sure that your presence in the pitch makes the opposition team shit themselves. And that's exactly what Real Madrid did every single time Lamine Yamal had the ball. And that's what making this Barcelona team is forced to be reckoned with. They have a good strike force which can score goals. They have a midfield of Pedri, sometimes Gavi, sometimes Kunde, whoever that they put in the midfield who can perform in a level of creating something to cause chaos. And on top of that, they have a defense with Kubos, by the way, who I have not talked about, one of the players who really impressed me. Kubos, who it's Kubasi. Yeah, Kubasi, who was one of the best defenders, taking out the chances that the Real Madrid were trying to create, making sure that the game is difficult for Madrid to actually enjoy the game. Because if it wasn't because of the free kick from Kylian Mbappe or the header from the set piece, Real Madrid were never gonna score a goal because Kubasi and the guy while he was playing next to were not allowing Real Madrid to have the freedom to express themselves. They were stopping them before they created anything, and that's what makes this Barcelona team work. Their defense can do the job. Their midfield is active. It's active, and they know how to use their strength wisely, and their strike force just terrorize teams. They've scored so many goals, hence why they deserve to win in this game. In terms of today's stats, shots, Barcelona had 22 shots to 15 of Real Madrid, 9 shots on target to 7 of Real Madrid, 60% to 40% position wise. Passes 670 for Barcelona to about 453 for Real Madrid, 88% pass accuracy, 3 yellow cards and 3 red cards from Real Madrid, 4 yellow cards for Barcelona. So many fouls were committed. It made me wondering where did the red cards come from. By the way, they not even happen in the game. Um, Rudiger and Vasquez and the other one that I've been told Vini were given red cards at the end of the game because of how the game ended. Because Barcelona scored, there was a free kick after I think was it Eric Garcia who was hit in the face by Kylian Mbappe, and the Real Madrid players acted weirdly and it was given as a free kick. And then I think Rudiger threw something in the pitch. Then he got a red card. Then the other one got it was Lucas Vasquez. That's how the game ended. Real Madrid has a lot of things to work on. Carlo Ancelotti looks like his job is over, according to the rumors and everything we've been told. But I think this was one good El Clasico. It's something that we'll talk about, not because only because Barcelona keeps winning against Real Madrid, but because of how much of the game it was. We saw today a tie. There were so many, we can say, so many um, fights. Should I call them fights? I think fight is not the right word. There were so many contests in the games which made it so exciting. Looking, for example, I can give you an example. Kudus and Vinny Jr. Kudus and Vinny Jr. The complexity of how they were testing each other to the limit, it was out of this world. Pedri enjoyed Bellingham. I enjoyed that time. There were some times when Pedri was getting the better of Jude, and some time when Jude was getting the better of Pedri. Then also you look at Rudiger, I think we can say Garcia and Lamine Yamal. That was an exciting one to watch. I really enjoyed watching that one and enjoy. And this other kid, this small kid who was playing on the left for Barcelona, and the Rodrigo to be taken out at halftime because he was kept quiet the whole entire game. But we also saw what this kid Gula is capable of doing when he came in for Real Madrid. So it was a good game. We will talk about it. We will enjoy it this time, but it was a good game. I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think of the performance and what will impress you the most? Like the video, subscribe to Connect. I'll see you on another one. We're out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect. And congratulations to Barcelona.